I'm tired of these females lying. Episode number 16. We got a special one today. Today, we're gonna take an adventure into the depths of the ocean in search of a mythical creature, the beluga whale. Now, this is a rare beast to find, but when you find one, they are truly magnificent, and I think we have found one today. So let me just read you this title. Woman made up rape and sexual assault claims against 15 different men and sent an innocent man to jail for 7 years. Not only did this woman lie about one dude, she lied about 15 different dudes, and one of them had to go to jail for 7 years for a crime he did not commit. That is quite the accomplishment. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what does this fine woman look like? What is it about her that all these 15 different guys just can't seem to keep their hands off of her? Well, I'm gonna put some photographs of this wonderful lady on the screen, and you're free to make your own judgments. But this right here is the behemoth, and as you can see, quite a fine creature. And I mean, honestly, after seeing the pictures, I understand why all these dudes wanted to rape her. I mean, just look at her, definitely something special there. Not something you see every day, you know what I'm saying? But now that you've seen this beast and, you kind of see what she's working with, it's time to look at the details, alright? Let's explore this a little further. Let's see exactly how something like this can even happen. A woman's false claims she had been sexually assaulted by up to 15 attackers in 3 years led to one man being jailed for 7 years, a court has heard. Beale said she was a lesbian with no desire to have sex with men, and Mr. Kassam was jailed for 7 years following a retrial at Isleworth Crown Court in January 2012. Okay, now that I can definitely believe. The part where it said she was a lesbian, she definitely got the look going on for that, let's just say. But what I don't understand after seeing that is how exactly does this dude get convicted and sent to prison? Because think about this. He was innocent, right? This rape never happened. So that means there was no actual evidence available to prove that he was guilty of this crime. So it seems to me that he literally got sent to jail based off of her statement alone, which is pretty incredible. Like, how does that happen? I would imagine that you would need some sort of evidence, but just put yourself in that situation, right? Let me just step into the courtroom, all right? They'd call me up on the stand to give my statement, and I'd be going up there, I'd be like, okay, listen up. Everyone in the courtroom, please direct both of your eyeballs towards this creature that is accusing me of this crime. Does everyone see her? All right, I want to make sure you all have a good look at her. All you guys over there in the jury who are going to be voting on this, make sure you get a good peep at what this behemoth looks like, okay? And now, after seeing that, I want you to tell me if you can think of a good reason for why I would want to rape that thing over there. Because this ain't adding up, man. Alright, listen. I'm not gay, but if I was given the option between beluga and a good looking man, I think I'm gonna have to pick the man. No homo, of course, but I'm just saying. Beale then told police she was groped by stranger Noam Shahzad in a pub in July 2011, and he then took part in a gang rape attack involving sexual violence of a most serious kind. Okay, so now, apparently what's going on here is this bitch is just so hot and irresistible that random strangers just see her in public and they have to grab her. They just can't contain themselves. And then hold on, we're not done. It doesn't stop there. If that wasn't enough, that same stranger then has to call up the homies, alright? He has to bring the squad in and invite them to a nice gang rape of this wildebeest. Like, what? I can't make this shit up, man. This is a real story. Like, how does this happen? Beale then made 2 bogus complaints against 6 other men in 2013, Southwark Crown Court was told. At what point does the court have to be held a little bit accountable for being so retarded? I mean, she reported 6 men in 1 year. Like, does that not raise any flags or anything? Like, they didn't think that was a little bit strange that apparently every time this bitch goes outside, she just gets raped by someone new. Like, they didn't think like, huh, that's kind of weird. It's not like they forgot about her. I mean, look at her. If I ever saw this woolly mammoth walking down the street, I would definitely remember. Alright, that's not a sight that I see every day, so I would remember that. So I just don't understand how there was no red flags being raised here, that this same person just keeps coming in and reporting this same exact crime. John Price, QC prosecuting, said, Miss Beale maintains that in a period of around 3 years, on 4 different and wholly unconnected occasions, one of which involved 2 attacks and 2 of which a year apart involved the same unknown man, she has been seriously assaulted by 6 men and raped by 9, all bar one of whom on the day of the alleged incident were strangers to her. The prosecution asked rhetorically, is this in itself not inherently improbable? See, this is what I was looking for. So as you can see, the lawyer here is basically detailing the whole situation and saying how ridiculous this whole story really is. He's basically saying that it's impossible that this would even happen, which, I mean, anyone who isn't missing chromosomes could easily see that something isn't adding up here. Like, it's not exactly a mystery of what's going on. It seems pretty obvious, but for some reason the court just keeps believing her stories. I don't know what's going on here. Because of what she did, 4 men have subsequently suffered serious injustice, one of them the gravest kind. Jurors heard that each of the men were questioned by police suspected of amongst the most serious of criminal offenses, garnering public revulsion and notoriety. Beale of Bedfront, Middlesex, denies 4 counts of perjury and 4 counts of perverting the course of justice. The trial continues. So, apparently, they still haven't come to a decision about this case. It says that the trial is still going on because apparently this is just such a head scratcher. They can't figure this one out. I'm sure they need to spend this time looking at all of the imaginary evidence that this behemoth provided, but anyways, really doesn't make any sense. I'm curious to see what her punishment is for this. I would have to imagine that it's probably not even going to be that serious, which is the most hilarious part, that she was able to just report 15 different dudes, have them imprisoned, make them go to court, you know, whatever happened to them, and all she's going to get is pretty much nothing. So that's pretty much how the world works nowadays. You know, what can you do? But anyways, that's pretty much it. Nothing else left to be said except, actually, does this one even count as a female? Like, can we classify her as that? I don't know, but I mean, I guess technically, yeah. I'm tired of these females lying. Thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to like, rating if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.